Hi guys, welcome to my shorthand channel Apex Shorthand Dictation for legal matter 100 words per minute. Get ready, start. The principle of reasonable accommodation is one of the means for achieving substantive equality, pursuant to which disabled individuals must be reasonably accommodated based on their individual capacities. Stop. Disability as a social construct, precedes the medical condition of an individual. Stop. The sense of disability is introduced because of the absence of access to facilities. Stop. This court in Vikas Kumar versus Union Public Service Commission, recognized the social construction of disability and the necessity to provide reasonable accommodation to such persons to comply with the full purport of the equality provisions under the Constitution. Stop. One of us within bracket D.Y. Chanchud bracket over writing for the three-judge bench observed semicolon para. The principle of reasonable accommodation acknowledges that if disability as a social construct has to be remedied, conditions have to be affirmatively created for facilitating the development of the disabled. Stop. Reasonable accommodation is founded in the norm of inclusion. Stop. Exclusion results in the negation of individual dignity and worth, or they can choose the route of reasonable accommodation, where each individual's dignity and worth is respected. Stop. Under this root, the powerful and the majority adopt their own rules and practices, within the limits of reason and short of undue hardship, to permit realization of these ends. Stop. Para. The provisions under chapters 7 and 8 are in furtherance of the principle of reasonable accommodation, which is component of the guarantee of equality. Stop. This has been recognized by a line of precedent. Stop. This court, in multiple cases, has held that the principle of reasonable differentiation, recognizing the different needs of persons with disabilities, is a facet of the principle of equality. Stop. The headings of all the provisions in Chapter 3 of the PW Act use the phrase non-discrimination. Stop. Section 44 reads, non-discrimination in transport, semicolon. Section 25 reads as non-discrimination on roads, semicolon. Section 46 reads as non-discrimination in the built environment, and section 46 reads as non-discrimination in government employment. Stop. As discussed above, all these provisions are premised on the principle of reasonable accommodation in public places and places of employment. Stop. Para. The intent behind using the phrase non-discrimination in the marginal note is to emphasize that reasonable accommodation is a facet of equality, and non-compliance with the principle of reasonable accommodation would amount to discrimination. Stop. By no stretch of imagination, can it be said that the principle of non-discrimination is limited to section 47 of the PWD Act. Stop. Section 47 only provides the right of non-discrimination with regard to specific forms of discrimination during the course of employment. Stop. Thus, under the 2002 notification, the CRPF has the privilege to terminate, demote, or deny promotion to employees with disabilities. Stop. It also has the privilege to not abide by the principle of reasonable accommodation in reassigning the post of an employee with a disability. Stop. However, it does not have the privilege to discriminate against a disabled employee in any other matter relating to employment. Stop. Over.